unplanned live stream. That's right, it's an unplanned live stream. Just spur of the moment live stream. I just had to get out, had to say something. Uh, just on my mind. I thought about making a regular video, but it's like, I haven't done a live stream for a little while, so I'm going to make a live stream. So, you know, I just want to preface this saying, like, I try to be an optimistic person. I usually am. I try to look on the bright side of things. It's been kind of a rough year, in all honesty, in my life, in my family's life, and we had an incident that happened just yesterday. Again, something happened. I'm not going to go into detail here or whatever, but it's just like things were just starting to feel like they were just starting to get a little bit better. And it's like, okay, the last part of 2026 is going to finish strong, finish well, have a great way to finish the year off. And then it was like, boom, the hits just keep coming. Just can't seem to get a break, it seems like. So maybe someday I will, divulge a little bit more details, things like that. But I'm not going to here in that aspect. But it's just like, well, I just want to say something about it. I've got to get out. I didn't know what else to do except make a video. So for any of you out there who may watch this later on or whatever, if you are a praying person, I would appreciate your prayers, and I thank you if you are. And for that, and for the prayers for my family, and just to get through this hurdle that we have to get through this time, this current tempest that we're in, basically. I am a Christian. I am a praying person. I am a man of faith. I know not everyone is out there or who watches these videos are, but if you are, and you can just take a moment to say that, I would appreciate that, and I thank you for that ahead of time. So, I don't really have too much else to say really than that, but, we have a viewer. Hello, viewer, whoever you are. Thank you for stopping by. And they left. That happens a lot. I've noticed that unless you publicize a live stream, that happens quite frequently. You'll have a few viewers that pop in and then they just disappear. They pop in, they might disappear. They'll wait till it's all over with, and then they'll watch the video later on, as long as you upload it and put it on your channel so it can be watched later on, which I will be doing with this. I'm not intending to take this down or anything like that. I know there's some YouTubers, that's what they do. They go on live streams, and their live streams, they never, after they're over with, they're gone. You never see them again. You don't know exactly what happened. They might be there briefly, but then they delete them or privatize them or whatever it is. I would not like to do that. I don't want to be that way necessarily. I see these as being a way of making videos, but just in another way. It's kind of the same thing, except right now as I'm doing it, it's just live. It's not necessarily planned or anything like that. What else is going on? Well, summer is quickly will soon be over here. We've only got about another month left of summer. Have you all had a good summer out there? If you did, what did you do this summer? What have you did? You go on any vacations? You take any trips? Do anything fun? Do anything exciting? Most exciting thing I was able to do, honestly, for the few days, the 3.5 days that I was able to experience it, was when I was out in Philadelphia back in June. That was pretty exciting. That was a lifelong place I'd wanted to see. I would love to go back. Philadelphia, I was kind of amazed by the city, because a lot of the things I'd heard about Philadelphia beforehand, they weren't always positive. There was a lot of negativity about Philadelphia, and I understand the city has issues, has problems like any place you will live, any community you will live at. But it seems, it gets kind of a bad rap. Even more so, maybe not as more so, but like, I live not too far from St. Louis, and St. Louis gets a huge major bad rap for everything. It's always in the bad statistics for anything in the country. And part of that is because, St. Louis their statistics aren't all their statistics are just taken by the city of St. Louis, and most metropolitan areas are taken from the whole metropolitan area. So it kind of washes things out. Or in St. Louis, it's not. And a lot of the statistics, a lot of the things that go on, the not so nice things, the murders, the shootings, the violence, the car thefts, things like that, it's located in a kind of particular area of a city. I mean, there's a few other pockets here and there, but it's just kind of basically one area. But because it's not the whole metropolitan area, it's just the city of St. Louis. Those statistics, they always show up in the top for everything. So yeah, I'm reading, I guess, earlier this year in some live streams, talked a little bit about TV and a little about books. For books wise, and I forget what the name of the book is called exactly off the top of my head, but it is a kind of not exactly a diary, but sort of a autobiography of sorts from the Revolutionary War soldier. He was 14 years old. His last name, I believe, was Plum. I can't forget his full name right now. But anyway, he years later after the war, he wrote down his experiences about being a patriot in the Revolutionary War and all of his experiences. And I think the book was originally published as the Yankee Doodle Dandy or the Diary of Yankee Doodle Dandy or something like that. But Robert Plum Martin, I believe, is his name. And so anyway, I'm reading that book. It's really quite interesting because it gives you a first-hand perspective of the experience of what it was like to be in the Revolutionary War and things that went on. It's educational and very entertaining as well. So I will maybe put a link somewhere in here. I'll try to put a link, copy to it or whatever, maybe to the book so you can check it out for yourself. TV, I'm not really watching anything TV wise for the most part. I did the other night watch the first half of X-Men 97 on Disney Plus. It's pretty good. I got about 5 more episodes to watch. I'm curious to see how that will turn out. So, it has the feel of the old school X-Men, even though some of the stories on there now are more modern, a little bit further along on the timeline with the X-Men. But I thought it was pretty well done. There was a shocking thing that first half of that season that happened that was kind of unexpected because it never happened in the comics, at least the way it happened there. So, but yeah. I don't know. Survivor, I guess. Survivor and Amazing Race, they'll be on the same night later this year. I guess later in September is when those will debut. I don't know. I probably will not be watching Survivor 51. I gave Survivor a chance again for season 50. There were some. It started off really strong, and then it kind of took a turn. I ended up with some of the people who were left. I guess the final, 6 or 7 people that were left. I'm glad that Audrey won the season, but yeah, I don't think I'll watch it because I don't know. I've heard about some of the other things that are going on. This kind of anything goes type of Survivor thing. It's not really Survivor in my opinion. I mean, Survivor had certain rules, certain things, and they've kind of, even though they've got the basic, I guess, the shadow of that, it's not the same. It's just not. I don't know if I'll, I don't know if Survivor will be able to reel me back in again. We'll see. I don't know, depending on if they bring back some former players or something like that. I don't know, and it depends who the players would be. Yeah, so anyway, for whoever it was earlier who popped in, I appreciate that. If anyone in the future who might be watching this video, I just want to take this moment to thank you. And if you do watch it, leave some comments here below. Leave some comments. What did you do this summer? What was the most exciting thing you did? I mean, any books you're reading, any TV suggestions, leave it below in the comments. Let me know. I'd appreciate it. I am thankful for all of you, for the people who do watch this channel and the things that are on here. I thank you so much for that. And I appreciate you very much. So thank you. And I'm going to quickly wrap this up. Wanted to get on. I wanted to just make a short video just to kind of, talk about the hits keep coming. And I didn't know what else to do this time. So it's like, oh, let's do a live stream. I haven't done it for a while. So that's what we did. Anyway, I thank you for watching. Until next time, that's a wrap.